So yeah, this is me, booed, chilling out on holiday at my beach house on self-imposed retirement, having some much needed time with my family. But why have I retired, you may be thinking? Well, after years and years and years in the game, taking Manchester Central, Denton Villa, the Munchen Club, and finally Tame Valley, all the way from the bottom to the top, things had got too much. I needed a break. The pressures, everything that comes with it, I'd just burnt out. So decided to take my family away from it all and just relax. But after months and months of it, as much as I love them, I'll be honest with you, I'd really started to miss the game. I started to get itchy feet, and I started to think of the possibility of maybe coming back into the game. But where would I go? What would I do? I had no idea. I wasn't really in a rush, but little did I know that one phone call with a former player of mine was going to change my life forever. CP, no way. What's this on? I haven't talked to you for ages. How you doing? How's business? How's the hotel industry? Christian Peter, otherwise known as CP, a Tame Valley legend and Swiss left winger, was a magician on that wing and a very clever man, because he saved most of the money he earned in his playing career and started his own hotel and casino empire across the Middle East. Now a very wealthy man, he'd made a decision that was going to change his life and mine.
Yeah, man, life is really good. But I mean, honestly, it's been busy. Hotels are great. We're opening up a casino out in Ras Al Khaimah now as well. But you know what? I got to be honest. I was having a chat with a good mate of mine, and we heard that your old team, Manchester Central, was, not doing as well as when you left them.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah, bad times. They're down in League Two, nearly collapsed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it brings me on to a separate sort of topic. As much as I love talking to you and seeing you, and it looks like you're having a vacation.
Yeah, I'm retired, mate. I'm loving life, but I'll be honest with you, I'm getting bored.
Yeah, I mean, which is great. I mean, this is actually perfect then, because it just so happens that I'm sort of needing new things to do, and I lost a bit of a bet one night out, and we had to buy a football team. So Manchester Central it was.
You bought Manchester Central?
Yeah, it wasn't my first choice. I won't lie, mate. I wanted to buy Tame Valley, but obviously it's owned by the fans, and they wouldn't budge. So Manchester Central it was. They were cheap. Obviously, they weren't able to maintain the legacy you left behind. So I figured, why not take a punt?
Fair enough. So, challenge.
Yeah, mate. So obviously you're retired. So I don't know whether we should even have a conversation about getting you to do something.
Well, you want me to help? What, like a director of football advisor?
Well, I mean, I've kind of filled the director of football role already. So, obviously that wouldn't be for you. And I know you're getting on with life, but I figured, honestly, you were the one football coach I could really trust during my sort of coaching development stages. And despite the falling out we had when you signed your son to replace me.
Yeah. You've forgiven me, though.
Yeah, sort of.
He was better than you. You had a great career in Switzerland, but yeah. So,
yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm retired. I'm bored. But the reason I retired was I used to take too much on me, too much pressure. I don't know if I can handle all that again.
This is perfect. I got the team in place for you. It's all done. Everything's signed. Right. All you have to do is agree to becoming the head coach. Okay. All your support is there. No one's going to interfere too much. I mean, you won't have carte blanche to do what you want, but ultimately...
It just depends on what kind of team have you put together.
Well, it's Manchester Central, mate. I mean, you've seen what's happened in the last couple of years. We've got to rebuild from scratch.
Right. So
I have to rely on people that I've known from the industry, people I could trust, people who have sort of, been through the thick of it with me. So there's a couple of the boys are coming back.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting to see. So what's the plan now then? I mean, I'm happy. Do you know what? I'm bored. I think the wife will be up for that. I'm getting under her feet. So it'll be interesting. Maybe that'll be good for me to take away some of the pressure, just concentrate on the coaching. But yeah, so when do we get to meet this team? Do you want me to fly over now, or?
Mate, you realize that since COVID, we worked out how to use Zoom for pretty much everything. So yeah, I'm not going to fly you around the world to go meet the boys, but it just so happens that everybody is on standby.
Right.
Let me punch them right in, and I'll introduce them one by one.
Okay. Joe Page. Oh, thank God for that. I was well worried. You were my favourite ever captain at the Valley. Joe Page, the original first captain of the Valley and brilliant right back. Known by the fans as Big Daddy Flash because he was such a man mountain but super quick. This guy was a legend. But could he step up and become an assistant manager?
Wait, what? But you been me off for Brian.
Brian?
You been me off for Brian.
You're still moaning about that. It was a clerical error. I pressed the wrong thing on the space bar and I didn't realise and I couldn't take it back. You were always the one true captain. You know that. You know I loved you. And I can't believe we're going to be a tag team.
Okay, I'll let you get away with it this time.
Yeah.
You always know what to say.
Yeah, we've got to be a unit, mate. We are in the shit here at Central, by the sounds of it. No money, no players. We need to got some hard work here. But this is your first job up in kind of the management level. Do you think you're going to be able to handle it?
Absolutely. I mean, look, I was right back. I beat that Finnish fella. If I can get rid of a Finnish fella and outplay him, this is going to be a doddle. Me and you together, it's going to be like watching. It's going to be like watching Clough and Taylor.
Yeah, like Legion of Doom. Do you remember them?
Which one? Hawk and Animal or Animal and Heidenreich?
I'm Hawk.
That makes me Animal.
You're definitely Animal. But anyway, cannot wait for it, mate. I'm buzzing with this. When he said he was putting a team together, I was getting worried. So very, very happy. So I'll see you in the office on Monday.
See you then, boss.
Right, well, that's brilliant. Joe Page is my assistant manager. I mean, we had a few issues back in the day when I took the captaincy off him and gave it to Brian Kane. But yeah, I think we'd be a great team. I think that's a great choice, mate. I'm happy with that. So what's next? Who else is coming in?
All right, well, let me punch the next boy in and let's go from there.
No way, Brian. I'm buzzing, mate. You're my head of youth.
Brian Kane, otherwise known as Captain Kano. It was criminal that the leading goal scorer in Tame Valley's history, a player that scored goals from the non-league to the Premier League, never got a cap for his country. Scotland missed a trick with this lad. But has CP missed a trick? Hiring him as the head of youth, will he have an eye for the right player to help me and this club move on?
Yep, it's me, your best ever captain.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? You were my favourite ever captain, best ever striker at the Valley. But are you up for finding me young top players? Because we're going to need them, mate.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to find the top strikers, everything.
We need top everything, mate. We've got absolutely nothing at this club. We're in the shit. So yeah, we all need to be on our A game. But buzzing, it's you. I was really, really worried it was going to be Greeno. So I'm happy.
Or Joe.
Yeah, or anyone else. Buzzing. So yeah, I'll see you on the office on Monday, mate.
No problem. See you there.
See you later. Brilliant, mate. I'm quite liking this. So Brian Kane, greatest striker in Valley history, is going to be the head of youth. I think he'll have a good eye to find me some players. I mean, it's going to be hard, this, can't lie. A lot of power taken away from me. I mean, I'm just happy it's not Greeno, because if Lee Greenshields was on board, bloody hell. Might do me in a little bit.
I mean, I should have told you he's actually about to dial in right now.
What?
Greeno, you there?
Oh.
Hello. Lee Greenshields, otherwise known as Greeno. Legendary Gibraltarian international goalkeeper, and didn't he like to tell everyone? Now, don't get me wrong, this man was a legend at the Valley, but he could love himself a little too much, and over the years we did have a few fallings out, but his knowledge and experience could hopefully make him a great director of football. Manchester Central needs a great director of football right now.
Had to be you, didn't it? You my director of football?
Yes, sir, I am.
Brilliant. And you on a private jet there, by the way?
Yeah, this is part of my deal.
Part of your deal. He's booked me a Ryanair. This is already getting on my nerves. So, listen, mate, look, I think we all know the situation the club's in. He's putting together this team to help me out, and it's great. We're all ex-Valley boys, but I'm a bit worried that you're just going to sign me a load of Gibraltarian bakers and candlestick makers.
Look, all right. The Gibraltarians are underrated. Look at me, right? Look at me. I won you your first major trophy with this very hand.
Right.
Penalty shootout, all right? Remember that.
You also conceded about 1,000 goals for your country. But look, I'm not getting into that. We had our issues, but we did a lot together. We had a lot of success together. And do you really feel like you're a bit of a player, but are you really going to be going out there getting me the best players possible?
International class knows international class, my friend. I'll be going around the world, taking this plane. It'll be getting plenty of air miles. Don't you worry. I'll be finding you some real gems.
Right. This is gonna be interesting. As long as we work together, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be bringing in the players, and you'll be playing them.
Yeah, and seeing as we're on the same level now, I'd still be happy if you call me gaffer. You know.
Yeah, but I'm kind of your boss now.
Are you? Well, we can talk about this in a meeting. I'll be there on Monday after my Ryanair flight lands. Can't believe that. So yeah, be there. 9 a.m.
If not, I'll be on the Zoom because I might be up in the air. I'll do my best.
This is already, honestly, it's going to get on my tits anyway. I'll see it a bit. Lee Greenshields, mate. Gee, Lee Greenshields buying me players. He's going to be buying bloody Gibraltar Bakers. This is going to be a challenge, mate. But I trust you. You're a great businessman. I mean, this club is on its ass. From what I was reading in the paper the other day, you've got no money. I mean, how much money have you got? How much money are you going to be putting in?
Well, look, but hold on a second there. I mean, obviously, I'm in Dubai for a reason. I'm trying to avoid as much taxes as humanly possible. And as well as the hotels, the casinos are doing, I'm not going to be plowing crazy cash into this. So with that in mind as well, keep in mind, I'll be in charge of hiring all your coaches.
Right.
I want to make sure that rigor of control and a certain style of play I want to be enforced.
I really am having a lot of power taken away from me, mate. But this is going to be hard for me, but maybe it's what I need. So it's a good challenge. It's a great club. Maybe together as a team, we can take them back to the Premier League.
Exactly that, mate. And if you can make me a few bob on the way, it's even better.
Yeah. So now, after spending nearly 15 years calling me Gaffer, do I have to call you Gaffer?
I'm not sure if I'm going to go with a Gaffer, but I'll come up with another name for you.
All right. Well, right, boss. I'll book my tickets and I'll get straight to the stadium Monday morning, and I can't wait to get to work.
No worries. I mean, and there's a Ryanair flight from wherever you are, correct?
A Ryanair flight? You really are. You've become cheap. All right. Brilliant. I'll see you soon. So there I was, back in football management and back one of my favourite all-time teams, Manchester Central, a team I'd already taken from the non-league to the very top, and a team that now found itself in hard times. Although this would be a very different experience, having a lot of the control taken away from me, having to work with a group of guys that were my former players at my former club. But I was excited for the future and excited for the challenge. But I could not do this without one more person. Even if I had to pay their wages out of my own pocket, there was one guy, one member of the team, a key member of the Central team that helped bring us so much success. Hopefully, I could talk him into joining me and coming out of retirement. How's it going, Lee, mate? Happy I could get hold of you. Long time, no chat. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm Sam, mate. I'm busy, with the charity and a few bits and bobs. But yeah, good to see you, man. How's things?
Yeah, well, good. Now, it'd be nice to have a good friendly catch-up, but this is all business. I don't know if you've heard about what's happened to our old club, Manchester Central, recently.
Yeah, mate, I'm gutted. Back in the day, mate, we were flying.
Yeah.
And just seeing on the news and what's going on, it's just gutting. All the work we put in, and it just feels like it's gone down the pan, man. I'm gutted, honestly.
That's why I'm calling, because one of my former players has bought the club, put a team in place, and I've just accepted the role as manager. So
no way.
Coming out of retirement, I'm going for it. I don't feel like I'll have that same success unless we've got that final missing piece. The legendary mascot, Lee the Buzzy Bee. I need you back. I need you on the team.
Do you know what, mate? I don't know. I mean, I'm shocked. I've got all the mindset going on. I'm streaming now at the kids, and I don't know, mate. It's just, I've got loads on. I don't know whether I can commit. Give us a sec.
Wait, mate.
One sec, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
someone at the door.
Devastated.
Fucking right, I'm up for it, sunshine.
Oh,
let's have it. Come on, come on.
Wacky business. Hello, I'm Bood, and welcome to my custom series for FM22. It is finally here. Tons of work got into it. Hopefully, you're going to enjoy it. Hopefully, you're going to hit the thumbs up, get involved in the comments, maybe even subscribe if you're new. But most importantly, thank you for your view. Now, I'm very excited. Hopefully, you enjoy that little intro. It was fun to put together. I'm going to explain it all though properly. We're going to finish off this episode just having a quick run through of the series and what it's about. And episode 2 will be dropping at the exact same time, so if you want to know more, you can watch that straight away. So let's get into it. Now, I'm calling this a custom series, and it technically is, because I've built a little Boodiverse universe, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. But we're back with Manchester Central, a team I think I did about 100 episodes in total with, on FM18. And technically, they're not a custom club, they're a real club with a real history. Now, I've brought back all my custom teams into this little universe. There will be a save file down below for you to play along with if you want. Maybe you came to my channel because of one of these series, and if you want to know about it, maybe you've come later and you missed some of these series, you want to know what the clubs are about, Central, Villa, the Munchen Club and the Valley, there'll be a playlist down below with episode 1 of each of those series, which will explain the history and the beginnings of all those clubs. But we're here, we're back with Central. Now, in the intro, I'm hoping you got the gist of it. Basically, within this little universe, after I left Central, I went to Denton Villa. Yeah. The clubs have started to spiral. Bad management, bad ownership, and tumbled down the leagues and found itself in League 2. They were in administration. The stadium was now owned by the council, and they were on the brink of collapse until a former Tame Valley player, as you know, CP, Christian Peter, he's bought them, cleared the debts, bought the stadium back. But we've got a few issues. It's not going to be, hopefully, that easy, because he ain't putting any money in straight away. He wants to try and do it on a budget, right? Got 3.5 million in the bank, and that's coming through season tickets. We're still a big club, former Premier League team, big stadium, although the tendencies will have dropped. The trouble is, even though I've basically got a regen squad, we're going to look at that in episode 2, no one's on big wages, we're spending over, we could fail FFP, we could end up with a points deduction. Oh, I do like this challenge. So helping me along the way is going to be CP, the owner. He's going to be in charge of employing the staff and all their contracts. We've got Lee Greenshields, the director of football. He's going to be bringing in the players and sorting out their contracts. I've got Joe Page, my assistant manager. He's going to be helping me a lot, hopefully. And our head of youth, Brian Kane, Captain Kano from Tame Valley. He's going to be bringing in the young players and sorting out their contracts. So the reason behind this is I played a lot of this game this year and I wanted to challenge myself, especially for the first few years, and take a lot of the power away from me. A lot of things that probably make me decent at the game, finding players, building my staff, which I love, and putting it in someone else's hands and seeing what happens. I mean, are they going to buy me the right players? Are they going to sell on my stars? I don't know. It should make it interesting though. So you might remember, if you are old school, that in the series, the original Manchester Central series, we had a star player called Brett Dalton who came through the first few years with us. He was so good, we, as a unit, me and you, we nicknamed him Sir Brett Dalton. And then when we built a new stadium, when we got to the Premier League, the computer named it the Sir Brett Dalton Stadium, which was amazing. So we are still there. It's still massive. But this club isn't what it was. We've got superb training facilities because, you know, it's only been a few years since we've been in the Premier League. But they have degraded a bit. We've got a little bit of work to do with that, and hopefully that's going to help us, because unless CP starts pumping some money in, we could be in trouble. But of course, I've made this into my little Boodiverse, and I've brought back all the teams, the custom teams, should we say, that I've done over the years. Now, Manchester Central was my main series on FM18, and Denton Villa was my main series on FM19. So if you download the save file, you'll find it down below in the description. The graphics will be there as well. Maybe you're a fan of Denton Villa, maybe you came to my channel because of Denton Villa. You can play as Denton Villa. They are in the Premier League, playing at the new Shirley Hill Stadium. It's all there. You've still got Mick Hucknall as the owner, and he owns this club. It's not a fan-owned club. Next up, we've got my main series from FM20. I love this series. It's probably my shortest one out of all 4, but I loved it. It's a Phoenix club that rose from the ashes of 1860 Munich. Again, if you want to know more about it and you don't know anything, check the playlist down below. It'll teach you all about it. Good little intro to this one. Now, they're in the Bundesliga still, where I left them, and they play at Munchen Park. They've got themselves a new stadium now and some decent players, and each one of these teams, as a group each, of Patreon players, which are pretty special. And then I've fleshed out the squads a little bit. So it could be fun, could be a challenge, especially if you were a Munchen Club fan. And then finally, the club that's probably the freshest in most people's minds is Tame Valley. Still love Tame Valley. Still got me kit. Still sponsored by Evolving Mindset. Still play at the Evolving Mindset Arena. And they're also still in the Premier League. So I've got a bit of rivalry with all my old teams, which is pretty cool. Quite excited about this. But we are on the back foot here. I'm well up for this challenge. Now, you may remember, if you watched the Tame Valley series, we had a legendary winger called the Unflushable. He had a license to score goals. He was brilliant. Well, he is now retired and become an agent. So all my patrons who applied to be in the series are here. And they're all his clients, as you can see, including his own son, Unflushable Jr. Now, there's a lot of them. I'm going to put a shortlist together, hopefully, and put it down below in the description. If you're a patron, you maybe want to download it, have a good look at yourself. I will try my best to run through it, but I gave everyone the option of basically playing for the club they love and being a proper top player, or they could play for the Munchen Club, Tame Valley, or Denton, as you can see right there, right? Or they could be at bang average, right, and play with me at Manchester Central, and those guys picked to stay with me at Central. So yeah, it'll be good. I mean, I have no idea how it's going to turn out. A lot of stuff's been taken away from me. I'm basically just going to be training, picking the tactic and playing the games and leaving a lot of things in other people's hands. And to be fair, I'll be under a bit of pressure because I'm going to run through it more in episode 2, but the squad's light in certain areas, and my director of football's going to be bringing players in. Are they going to work? We'll have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to show you the Patreon players I've got in the next episode, and the players that the computer just generated for me. And they're not bad. Some of them are okay. But I didn't start the season looking at that squad thinking it was balanced or probably good enough to be second. So, I don't want to get sacked. It could be the shortest series ever if that happens. But what we'll do is just show you my pre-season before we wrap this up. I left it in the hands of Joe Page, and he decided to play Man United and West Ham and teams that absolutely battered us, which ain't great for confidence. We played Stockport. I might have put a link in there with County. I do love Stockport County. We actually beat them. It's the only game we won. And then there you can see is my season. Now, I have played up until the 1st of January. We're going to have a live comp in episode 2. And the series will be possibly 2 episodes a season. And I can't wait. I can't wait to get involved with the guys that are helping me, some of you guys as well, all the patrons, seeing where you guys go. Hopefully we can climb the leagues and I might be able to sign some of them. That'd be pretty cool, especially my sons. They're back, Fletcher and Jackson. So yeah, I'm excited, very excited for this. So one final thing, and it's a very cool thing. If you did watch Tame Valley, you might remember one of our best ever midfielders was called Daryl Mochillon, the French-English Scotsman. He's Scottish in real life. Well, Daryl has gifted me a copy of FM22 to give away to you in a competition, just to kick off the series. But I like to have a little bit of a competition. I like to make it a little hard. So I'm not going to reveal the question to enter until episode 3. You're going to have to watch episode 1, this one, episode 2 and episode 3. And then I'll give you the question and you'll have to realise what clues I've put about, really, to enter. So yeah, keep your eye out for episode 3. Hopefully you'll come back for that. Hopefully you'll stick around for the entire series, because it could be fun, this. Good challenge for me. And things like this, you never know what's going to happen. Stories come out of nowhere. And I think it's going to be good. I hope it's going to be good. It might be shit. We'll find out. We'll do it together. We'll do it, you and me, hopefully. Right. Can't believe I'm finally here. It's right graft putting this together. I'm not going to lie. So hopefully you do. Anyway, stay happy, stay safe. And if you want, episode 2 is out right now. I'm Booed. I'll see you later.